Cancer, hi. So this is going to be a reading for September 1st through the 7th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Cancer. The overall energy for the reading, the 9 of Pentacles. You're looking pretty strong, pretty stable, pretty balanced there. Your energy seems pretty grounded. Good. In the recent past, lots of grounding energy here. And then some other stuff. In the recent past, the 2 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress. I feel like you were stumbling there in the past a little bit to get in touch with yourself, to get to this energy of stability and balance within you. But you were trying, you know. At times it almost feels like, oh, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here, but you were trying. And I think that through trying, you finally got to that place of, okay, I'm cool. I'm good now. You know? A sense of alignment with yourself. Okay. Struggling at times, though. Definitely difficult. I don't know what the hell was going on around you that it made it so difficult. But in the current situation, the 6 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, there's a soul connection at play. Yeah. It's looking like it has kind of a reset button on it or something, where it's almost looking like, you know, let's try again. Let's press the reset button. Or at least someone here is willing to do that. Okay. In the immediate future, though, the 8 of Cups, the 10 of Swords, the Temperance card. Something is looking like it's coming to a close. Something is like you no longer are invested in it and you're done. It is carrying through a sense of it's overdue. Long overdue. Like it's about time type of a deal. Okay. Let's clarify. Let's do the 9 of Pentacles. The Page of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands. What? It feels like you're putting in so much effort to try to compose yourself, to try to gather yourself up and all the energies you have available for you, to go for something that you don't even want to go for. That's the thing. That's why it seems almost like a waste. Why would you put so much effort into, okay, let's do this, if you don't want to do this, you know? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's showing up as. We'll do this. I got everything it takes. I got all my tools, all my energies with me, all of everything I need to go ahead and do this. But then I look into your energy and there's part of you that doesn't want you to do that. Okay. Let's do the 2 of Pentacles in the recent past. The King of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, the Death card. Ooh. Looking at the contrast here, because I'm looking at King of Pentacles to that Queen of Pentacles. The 4 of Wands seems to be a commitment. It seems like you're losing your grasp. That's why it's so hard to come back into a sense of you. There's a commitment there, and it's formed by 2 parts, pretty solid parts that keep it together, and one of the parts is gone. I don't know how, I don't know what happened, I have no idea. But one of the parts is removed from this commitment. And now the part that's left, it's like, let me try to find that sense of stability that I found through that connection that now has been taken away. So let me find to compose myself. Let me try to bring myself with my feet back on the ground. Because it felt like such an intricate part. the other missing part. That it's like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to be one solid thing without that missing part. You know what I mean? But I feel like you were trying to figure it out. Let's do the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Ace of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it was just a matter of finding yourself through that. You know, finding that strength, finding that stability within yourself without that part there. It kind of forced you to look into your sense of independence and your sense of strength on your own. You know, not as you part of something, but just you. And it might have been quite tough to get there. But that was the intention, that was the goal for you there. For the Empress, you get the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Four of Cups. It's really a mind-boggling type of an experience, because it's like, if you've been kind of recognizing yourself only as part of something to create a whole, then where would your individual whole aspect of you be? You know, is it just part of that something? And that's who you are? Or where's you in all of that? Where's... Because it wasn't. For the longest time, it wasn't. You were just part of that commitment, and that's it. And once that's taken away, what do you do now? What do you have? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to put it together. It's almost like it was this big-ass Lego thing, and then poof, it was smashed down and cracked, and now I gotta gather up the pieces and put them together so that I create a whole again. And then there's you being quite upset with yourself that that wasn't there to begin with. Why didn't I do that while this connection was here? Why didn't I create that sense of independence for me? Well, so kind of struggling through the concept of dependency or codependency and your sense of independence. Where was that all along? Because it wasn't there. And it's like, are you trying to find it, or are you trying to create it because it was never there to begin with? So, okay, quite struggling, a little upset with yourself from what I can see, which is quite normal for that process, but you're working towards that, towards finding that. And I feel like eventually you find it. For the Six of Cups, in the current situation, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Hermit. There you go. There is a soul connection here that shows up. I don't think it's that one. I think that one is from the past, is just completely dissolved. I think this is a new situation here. But you've learned through that one to keep your sense of independence no matter who you attach yourself to. So there is a soul connection that shows up here, and it looks like you're applying what you've learned. You know, okay, yeah, I want to be part of this, but at the same time, I want to keep my sense of independence through it too. And that's exactly what you're doing. Kind of applying all those lessons you've learned from past experiences. For the Ace of Wands, in the current situation, you get the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Six of Cups. And it looks to be working out. It looks to be okay. It almost gives you a sense of freedom, a sense of, you know, like, no matter what happens here, I'll have something to fall off of, you know, or on myself, you know, because that was missing in the past, and now it's here. Let's do the Page of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Swords. Why are you, that's what I'm getting. Especially as we move towards the immediate future. I'm getting a sense of, you know, that this is not going to last. Like it's a temporary type of a thing, or a temporary type of an association with another energy or something. But at the same time, you're giving me a sense of perfect opportunity to apply the lessons I've learned. You know, because I know it's going to go away anyway. Okay. Or is it that you're saying that, well, now that I know that I have my own sense of independence through it. No matter what happens here, I'll be okay, because I got that to land on. And you're kind of subconsciously sabotaging this and kind of giving this a time frame. Well, if it's going to go anyway, I might as well kick it to the curb before that happens. I don't know. Yeah, you've gained something, but have you created another issue meanwhile? You know, as you've gained something, you uncovered another sabotaging issue. I don't know. Let's do the 8 of Cups. And there's the expiration date for that one, which I don't know what date that is, but it's in the future here. 8 of Cups, you get the 10 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, things are starting to head in the direction of south. And it's ironic, because as they do, you're kind of looking at this and you're like, what's going on? What do you mean what's going on? And it's been created. This energy has been created of this heading south already. So you should know what's going on. Or is it so subconscious that you can't even tell that you've created this? I think it is, because I don't think you know that you're creating this, that you're kind of subconsciously sabotaging this. And it could be through all sorts of means. It could be that you're entering this and even though everything about it looks healthy, the way you approach it, the different way that you're bringing to the table looks healthy, everything looks good. And it could be that you're saying something as simple as, this is too good to be true. And that will sabotage this. Because that's a fear of this will not last. If this is too good to be true, then it's not going to be true at some point, you know? So, I don't know. Are you subconsciously sabotaging this without knowing? Because I do see you still wanting to put effort into it. So, the expiration date apparently is subconscious. For the 10 of Swords in the immediate future, you get the 7 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, the Chariot. Yeah, as things head south, like to the point of no return south, you're like, fuck no, I'm not accepting this. What the hell is going on? Why is this going there when I don't want it to go there? I want it to go north. Start going north. Let's do the Temperance card in the immediate future. You get the 9 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the 2 of Cups. Okay. Apparently in time it's balancing back up. It's as it reaches the point of no return in the south point there, it actually starts going back up. That tells me that you're probably catching the energy that's sabotaging this, if it's you that created it, and you're removing that, and that kind of brings things back into place. Or I don't even know if that's you. That could be whoever's at the other end of this. But this is definitely a soul connection that's starting to build up nicely. And then I see a sabotaging energy starting to sneak in, which takes it south, big time. And then the only way that I can think of this recovering from that southern point there is if somebody catches that sabotaging energy and is like, oh, no, we're not doing this. So come here, sabotaging energy, let's work on you, you know. That's the only way that I can think of this recovering. Because it is. It's looking like it is. In time, it's coming back. In the way that it should be. You still have your sense of independence. There's still a sense of equal give and take. It's still going all right. You know? But, yeah, interesting. Kind of a close call there for this one. But from the universe, you get the High Priestess, the 3 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles. You've been hanging on to something for a very long time here. That's where it sucks sometimes, because I'm seeing these energies and I'm seeing them running through your life. I see them sometimes applying in the physical, sometimes not. They're so instilled within us sometimes that I can't tell if they're playing off in the physical or not, to such extent that it may damage something. In here, I just see the sabotaging energy, and I can't tell if it's really damaging this to the point of, oh my god, this is gonna get fucked up. But I'm seeing it energetically dropping to the southern point there, and then I also see you hanging on to something, but deeply, deeply knowing what that is. And that something is, I believe, the sabotaging energy. So it could be a limiting belief somewhere in there. For you, or a fear. Us saying too good to be true, something is too good to be true, that's a fear. You know? And that comes out as a fear. So, luckily, even if this is kind of going or running deeply through you, I kind of see you being aware of it. I see you knowing what it is. So, the minute you decide, okay, let me work with this fear or limiting belief, whatever it is, I think that's when things are starting to change here for the better. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.